What you want?
Well, we're here talking about the mental aspect of fishing. Justin and I were just talking earlier. You know, Justin is a great fisherman. You know, he's got the mechanics to compete with the best bass fishermen in the world. Obviously, he is on the FLW trail. But he made a comment earlier about how these last few tournaments that he wasn't thinking properly, or his mind just wasn't right, and he hadn't made good decisions. And that's a problem that you see a lot of people get into. And me personally, if I'm giving any advice to Justin, it'd just be to rely on something, whether it's your faith or whether it's some people rely on psychiatrists or whatever like that, but keep something simple, a good general rule of thumb. But for me personally, it's relying on my faith, and that's what I would tell. If Justin asked me something, I would tell him to just rely on whatever he puts his faith in, and me is my faith in God. I have a motto, whereas I work, that I say I fish as hard as I can, I try to honor God in the process, and I leave all the results up to Him, and that keeps it simple for me, And some people, it's a psychiatrist can give them something to keep life real simple, those general little whatever it is. But for me, it's my faith, and for whatever you put your faith in, and whatever you put your emphasis in, and as far as life's instructions, that's what I would, and mine is my faith, and I would just try to keep it real simple. Take something and put it. That's the key to life in general, not just fishing. It's just keeping it real simple, and that frees up your mind to where you can focus on the fishing then.
Yeah, Mark's right. I mean, this is my second year fishing on tour, and like we're talking about, especially here at the Potomac, where you have the tide, which is a huge adversity down here. But you make the wrong decision at one point in the day, maybe halfway through the day, and that was the wrong decision. It's hard to get back on track. I mean, you see a lot of golfers, they maybe have a bad hole, but they come to the next hole and they birdie the next one. And you got to think about that when you go to another spot here. And for me this week, it was a real struggle. This is my first time here, and I know, I'd pull up on the next spot and be like, man, I missed it, or I didn't stay at that other spot long enough.
Yeah.
And so definitely having something to rely on, which I'm working on, but experience too. I mean, you can only learn from experience, and when you have a lack of experience during tournament hours and that sort of stuff, when you're on a time restraint, you can only gain that by fishing more tournaments and just learning how to manage that time perfectly. And really, that just comes with being on the water.
I don't want to be around when he gets all the experience, because I see how he is now. He's pretty tough with not much experience. So when he gets a lot of experience, but absolutely, experience is one thing that's really going to help you, and keeping things real simple.